everyone. I'm just going to do a video to show you how I ferment cabbage. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while and I've never got round to it. I've been watching quite a few people do their own, and I liked the idea of kimchi or sauerkraut, and wasn't brave enough to go ahead and do it myself. I did print off quite a few recipes online and they all called for weird and wonderful ingredients, and that's not my thing at all. I like things simple, but I do know that we need some probiotics, some more probiotics, some healthy bacteria in our guts, me especially. I've come into a bit of insulin resistance lately. We've been doing keto for nearly a year now, and I've just noticed that my weight loss has stalled, and I've even gained 4 pounds. No idea how, because I've been fasting quite a lot and limiting my fats, especially compared to the kids. So I have no idea what's gone off. In my attempt to lose a little bit of weight, I've gained a little bit, so I'm a little bit worried. Possibly to do with my thyroid, I'm not sure. Obviously I take levothyroxine because I had a thyrectomy 4 years ago. But I'm just a little bit worried about the probiotic thing and want to get some healthy bacteria back into our guts. I think stress could be a cause. I've been busy at work, and obviously Carter with his diabetes is not easy. I've been put on Monday to Friday shifts, which are very difficult. 3 days a week, long days, are much better for me because obviously I've been up through the night. Having the extra days off means that I can catch some sleep here and there, but working 5 days a week, 8 AM till 6 PM is killing me and possibly a cause. So I need some good stuff to put inside my body, and I decided that I'd give it a go. I've got some jars and they've been sat there for ages waiting for me to get my ass in gear, and today is the day. So printed off the recipes, let me show you. Hang on. Can't find them. Here we are. Right, I printed off the recipes for kimchi, and then I asked my friends online if they had any idea as to how I could get started, just something easy and quick. And one of my friends, Alex, who's an absolute superstar when it comes to things like this, sent me a video of like the guru of fermenting vegetables, and I've just forgotten his name. Damn it, I wanted to tell you his name. I will come back to you with his name. And in his video is so simple and easy, it looks easy peasy, even I can do it. So that's what I'm doing. Let me show you. I've started here. I'm trying to work this thing that Morgan's given me to hold my phone, and I think I'm going to end up dropping it, but I'll try my best not to. I don't know, I'm not very good with stuff like this. How do I do it? That's not it. Is that better? Yeah, so you can see now, look, I've started shredding my cabbage, and that's pretty much all I need to do. I need to shred some cabbage. I bought some carrots, and we don't eat carrots, but it said they could do with some carrots, and that was the smallest bag I could find. Well, I wanted a couple, but I might put a carrot in it. I'm not sure yet. But I've got my cabbage, and I've got a little pointy cabbage. These are really nice cabbages from Lidl. Pointy cabbage, let me show you. We like them. We like them. We use them as wraps with beef because the leaves are huge. So I've got a pointy cabbage too, and then obviously I've got my trusty old Savoy, and I'm gonna have a go at them all because I like cabbage, and if I manage to do it successfully, then I will do some more as well. A little bit later I'm going to be making some bounty bars for Morgan. He's wanting something sweet, and so I promised him I'd give that a go as well. So I'm gonna get on with chopping this cabbage, and I will come back to you in a bit, and I will find out that guy's name as well, because obviously it's a bit rude to use someone's recipe and not link back to them. So okay.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Do you want some out?
No. Right guys, I've finished shredding up my cabbage, and the next thing the guy says on the video to do is to put it into a large bowl, got a big bowl, and put some salt on it, so I'll do that now. He also said to add the salt lightly, so obviously I'm going to make sure that I don't make it too salty, because that would just be awful, and then no one will eat it, no one will like it, and I'll end up never making it again. So I'm going to go easy on the salt, but make sure I add enough so that it does what I need it to do. The guy's name is Sauerkraut, so that's his name, and he said to add carrots and garlic next, so that's what I'm going to do, and then I will let you know how that goes. So far it's just cabbage, and my carrots are here. I'm going to put 2 in, hopefully they won't have they don't have that many carbs in carrots, it's not too bad. The best one is going to be fermented, because all the sugar and whatnot is going to be pretty not effective because of the acidity that we're creating. But we'll see. Carter might not even like it, but it's definitely going to be beneficial to me. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll show you when it's all mixed together. Right guys, I have finished chopping the veg and put it all together with some salt, as Sauerkraut says I need to do, and now the next step is to just squeeze and toss and bash it around a bit to get the fluid to be released from the cells in the cabbage and the carrots and the garlic, and hopefully it will produce enough liquid to sort of sit in itself. I don't have to add much water then, so I'm going to do that. It's a bit hard work this, I'm not sure if it's something that I'll repeat. Hopefully it'll taste nice and then it'll be worth doing again, but at the minute I'm a little bit like, it's a lot of work for something that stinks right now. We will see. Okay, let's go. I'm squeezing and not much is happening. I don't know if that means I need to add more salt or At the minute it just looks like salty garlicky coleslaw minus the onion and lemon. Well, it smells funnily enough lemony. Aha, there we go! Fluid's coming out! Whoop whoop! Okay, leave me to this. I'm going to take some stress out on the cabbage, and I'll fast forward it so that hopefully when I come back to you, take that bit out, it looks a bit funky. I'll come back to you, I'll be able to stick it in a jar. Okay guys, we might be there. I might have cracked this, and I'm just going to move you to over here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to put it into this jar. Can you see? Let's move you further back. Put you a bit higher. Okay, there you go. Right, so I'm going to put it into this jar. Wish me luck. supposed to compact it right down, and I'm not sure if this jar is going to be too big, but if it is, then I'll have to make some more. This is not easy. It's an absolute ball ache, this. I hope it's worth it. I'm sure if any of my friends are watching and they've made this before, they'll have loads of advice for me, because I think I've made every mistake possible. I've dropped a load on the floor, and it's all going wrong. Let's just get it in. I think I'm supposed to put this fluid in as well that it's leaked out, so I will do that. It doesn't say on the video, it just says to push it right down so that it's in its own fluid. And at the minute it's kind of not, so let me pour some fluid in. There we go. Right. I might not have even let it do its own thing for long enough, but we'll see. I've said many a times I'm no good at this kind of thing, but I'll give anything a go once, and hopefully it'll not be a complete disaster like my pickled cucumbers were, because oh my god, I nearly choked myself to death with them. I'm glad that I didn't let the kids taste it, because they might have literally choked to death. So if I push it down now, there should be liquid in this, and it should be enough to cover. Oh, nearly, look at that, woo woo! Not bad. There should be enough liquid to cover it all, that's what it says. And it also says try not to make it come in contact with the metal, because it will corrode it over time. But look at that! Wow! Brilliant! It's almost all in its own fluid. And it doesn't look too bad. It looks a bit orange though. I don't know why. Probably just the carrot. I didn't want it to look orange. Oh, that's okay. Right, so it's all in its own fluid now. Which is a good thing. I probably need to make some more to fill these jars up, and then literally all I do is just leave them on the side for a week out of the sunlight in a cool place, so the side will be great because it's quite cool in my kitchen all the time, and I can scrape away any mould, because mould may form on them, they said, but they also said that because of the acidity it will kill off any bacteria, so not to worry about having bacteria. So we scrape it off the metal to clean the jar. What else did it say? Oh, to test it in a week, and if it's nice I can eat it, if it's not I can leave it a bit longer and take it from there, to try and keep all the cabbage and carrot in the fluid. I might make some more actually, because look, it's only just done like 2/3 of a jar, and that's a full cabbage and 2 full carrots and a full garlic bulb. Wow. So I might quickly make some more up. However, I have got to do a bit more baking today. As you can see here, Morgan's asked for some Bounty bars and some more cereal, so I need to get cracking because it's 5:30 already, and I wanted a bit of a relaxing evening tonight, but that never happens. So okay, I will let you know how it turns out, but there you go, there you have it. That's my sauerkraut from Sando Katz. His name is Sando Katz, and he is pretty much like the guru of fermented vegetables, fermented foods on YouTube. You can check him out. But this is mine, and I'm quite pleased with that. I'm going to make some more just to fill it up, because I don't want to ruin it. It's took me ages, and it's not the simplest of things, but hopefully it will do the trick, and I'll let you know what it tastes like. Okay, bye. Hi everyone, I've finished. Woohoo! It is 9 o'clock at night, and I'm just about to make our dinner, which is rubbish, seeing as though we should eat at 5 PM. But I'd only just finished making the sauerkraut I don't even know how you pronounce it. Sauerkraut? Sauerkraut at 5:30 p.m. so we're running a little bit late, and the boys have been busy anyway because they're digging up fences and whatnot in the garden. I look like I've been crying. Look at my arm. Because I had a run-in with a bag of onions, which was so strong. I've never known them so strong. So all my makeup's ran, and I need to go and get in the bath now. But I wanted to show you what I achieved. I finished my jar. I made extra. You wouldn't believe that in the top bit of that jar, let me show you. Where can I put it? Here. In the top bit of that jar, so from here up, so the top third is a full cabbage, that full pointy cabbage that I had. But yeah, it's done. Look, get a selfie of me and my sauerkraut because I'm quite proud of it now. Ta-da! Feels good. Cheese. Yeah, so I'm pleased with that. It's going to ferment for a while. I left a gap in the top because the Mr. Kratz, or whatever it's called, or the guru of fermented veggies, as I like to call him because I can't remember his name, said to leave a little gap in the top, of the jar so that it won't explode. It's got a chance to expand and let some air out. So I'm just gonna, I might open it every couple of days, just let a bit of air out because I'd hate for it to explode. That would be a disaster. What else did I do? I made jelly for the boys. Can you see? There's a jelly in there. It's a double layered jelly. And then I use these little glasses for them. They like them. 4 glasses. And you can see there's strawberry jelly at the bottom and orange in the top. The orange is not quite set fully yet. I got these from the home and bargain shop for £1 each. I was quite pleased with them. And when the boys put a little bit of cream in the top, they look really fancy and like a little sundae. So although they're having a completely sugar-free treat, it looks like they're having something really posh, and they like that. And then obviously they can dig into the jelly when they want. I also use these. I know people don't like pre-made jelly because they have issues with aspartame, but I don't really worry about that for what we have. I mean, I don't make jelly very often. The last time I made it was, I can't even remember, June maybe, and we're in August now, so I don't have it often at all. But I bought these little pots of jelly, different flavours. They were 7 for £3, I think, in Morrison's. So bought these little pots of jelly, and they are great to put in your bag when you're going out anywhere because the kids have got a treat then while you're out. And I usually take, depending on where we're going, I usually take a little cool bag with some snacks in for the kids, because obviously I can't just buy them something like people who eat carbohydrates and sugar could. They could nip to McDonald's or whatever and buy themselves some chips or crap, but I don't do that. I also keep a bag of Mr. Porky's in. Mr. Porky's pork crackles. He's quite popular in our house. The kids like Mr. Porky's, and they get 6 packs for £2 if you can get them when they're on offer. So I usually take a bag of pork crackles, a jelly, maybe a pepperami each, a bit of cucumber, something like that. And if I've baked, I usually should. Last week I did some baking. I made some biscuits. Can you see? Yeah, there's a few left. Them biscuits are really nice, and I usually put them in a little packet, a little bag, and put a couple in a little bag, and then they've got a biscuit as well for if we stop anywhere for a cup of tea, or obviously I have Carter if he goes hypo to consider, so I always like to make sure I've got a bit of food on me, and I just carry a cool bag. I'm actually looking for a really cool bag. If anyone knows one that's like a bit like a rucksack or a crossbody bag or anything like that, mine's really like grannified, and it doesn't look good at all walking around with it. So if anyone knows of one, let me know, because I will buy it, because we use our cool bag all the time, and obviously walking around with a really old-fashioned one is a bit lame for a 30-year-old. And then if I ask one of the kids to hold it, well, they won't be seen dead with that. They want what's in it, but they don't want the bag. So, okay, moving on. So we covered the sauerkraut and we covered the jelly. I also made the bounty bars that I mentioned. I'm quite pleased with them. Look, can you see? There they are. They're the ones that are still left. I just come out of the freezer. And they're no bake bars, so they just use shredded coconut, some coconut cream, which I bought in a little tin. I've not got any left to show you. My cupboard is right mess, look. It's the only cupboard I've got my baking, it's my baking and whatnot cupboard. It's the only cupboard with food in this house. No, I've just got coconut milk left. But I buy tiny little cans of coconut cream from Tesco, and they're alright, £1 each I think, but that's how I get coconut cream, because I don't know how else it comes. I've never found it anywhere else. If anyone knows, please let me know as well. So the Bounty bars, they look great. Look. I used the Playmills chocolate buttons to coat them, and I put a bit of butter and a little bit of stevia in with it just to sweeten it. Although they are sweetened with xylitol. These are them. So I like those. The kilogram bag, I got 3 kilogram bags for £20 I think. It used quite a lot. The Bounty bars took loads. But normally I don't use it very often, so they last well. But I had a bit of coconut left, so I made a couple of balls that Greg's going to have. And then the bars turned out alright, look. And they are simply coconut cream, desiccated coconut cream, 4 tablespoons of xylitol, which is the sweetener that I'm using at the minute, granulated xylitol, and 3 tablespoons of coconut oil, I think, and I'm using this coconut oil at the minute that I picked up. This one, KTC, I got it from Morrison's. But I've used all different kinds of coconut oil, and obviously they're all the same thing, they're all coconut. So yeah, they'll go in the fridge now. They've set in the freezer. I'll pop them into the fridge, look, in this Tupperware, and the kids will be able to pick at those. Carter will barely need to bolus for these. In fact, the fat might even prevent him needing to bolus at all. Maybe a little bit of regular insulin with his food, and he'd get away with having one of those with his food for nothing. But I will see. And then I food prepped, obviously, because I've got a crazy week coming up, which is rubbish. So look, I food prepped. Got the carrots, and we don't eat carrots, so these might not go down very well. But I had some carrots left from the huge bag that I bought, so I decided to spiralise it so that if they do eat any, they'll not eat that much, because obviously it's all in tiny pieces. Broccoli, and then I can use the broccoli stems to spiralise to make spaghetti. Cabbage, I have some cabbage left, so we'll have that sautéed one day in the week. And then this is my breakfast bag. I try and make one of those up every couple of weeks, and it is simply a bag of red onions, a full Savoy cabbage, and half a large white cabbage. And then I usually put a bag of sprouts in with it, but I keep the sprouts separate, it's a bit overpowering. And we fry that up and we have that for breakfast because it's really, really nice. And then I prepared tomorrow's dinner, spiralised the veggies, which is coriander, carrot. In fact, Greg did it for me because my hand was really sore. Still struggling with my wrist and my thumb. So it's just look, courgettes. In the States, I think they call them zucchinis, but we call them courgettes. And broccoli stems and carrots all spiralised, and that's just going to sit there because it'll reduce down a little bit if I leave it exposed to the air. So it'll reduce down a little bit, and then we'll have it tomorrow with some chicken, possibly, or prawns. Might have prawns tomorrow. And then last but not least is, my hand hurts so much, Morgan's cereal. And I kind of went a little bit rogue with this as well this time. My friend Selena, gave me a recipe that she uses, and I've always stuck to either All Day I Dream About Food or one of the other blogs to make my cereal, but I wanted something that I could make up and they didn't have to eat it within a week, or it had to be kept in the fridge because my fridge is starting to get a little bit full these days. So this is just simpler powder, and then what they can do is they can add, it's not cooked. Usually we have to cook roast the nuts and whatnot, whereas this one you don't. They can just stick it in the microwave if they want it warm, or put some cream or some yoghurt with it, or some berries if they want it cold. So if you can see, it's just a jar, and in it is desiccated coconut, to about there, and then it's this. I used flaxseed, but I used flaxseed with Brazil nuts in it as well. I'll show you. I use this, what I managed to pick up. It's linwoods, flaxseed, almonds, Brazil nuts, walnuts, and obviously Q10 enzymes in it, which I've no idea what they are, to be honest, but it sounds good. I was going to use chia seeds, but chia seeds are only good if you combine them with water, I find. The boys don't like them too much. There's a bag of seeds in it, let me show you. What seeds I use. I buy them from Lidl. Not them. There's all sorts in my cupboard. All seeds. Not them either. I might not have got any left. I might have just used my last one. Let me see. Yep, I've just used my last one, so I can't show you. But Lidl do bags of mixed seeds that are actually great for stuff like that. They come in these sizes. This is the pumpkin seeds. These are the sunflower seeds. And you get a bag of mix. So they've got sesame, pumpkin, and sunflower. And I just chucked one of them in and I shredded it up. And then I put a bag of almonds, ground almonds in it, and a handful of pecans and a handful of shredded almonds, and I whizzed them up in the blender. And that is literally it. Oh, it's got some. Oh no, it hasn't. It's not got any stevia in it either. So that's all it's got in it. It's a combination of ground almonds, desiccated coconut, shredded pecans, shredded almond flakes, and a bit of the flaxseed meal. So what they do, how they will eat that is they will put a few scoops into a bowl. They will add cream or water or milk, obviously coconut and cashew milk. They will add that in, stir it up a little bit, stick it in the microwave for either 30 seconds or a minute, and then when it comes out they'll mix it all together and add some more fluid if they need to, because it'll have thickened up a little bit, and then they'll sprinkle a little bit of xylitol on the top, or add a very small handful of dried cranberries or berries, and eat it that way. Morgan tried it earlier and he said it was yummy. So that's my food prep. That's what I've done. Oh, and I made dinner. So we're having salad tonight. I was going to stick an avocado in the top, but every time I do cat and bones I'm trying to kill him. So I've not put any avocado in that, but it's loaded with lemon and lime, and I'm just about to season it with some salt and some chili flakes here. So yes, and then we've got some ribeye steaks tonight. Woohoo! They look yummy. And that's all I've eaten today. I've not eaten anything today. I purposely fasted, although I've had a couple of cups of tea. I've drank water, and I purposely fasted myself just to try and reset my body a little bit, because I don't think everything's alright. Something's not quite right, and I'm trying to find out what. So I'm looking forward to eating, although it's late. I do need to eat because I won't eat now until dinner time tomorrow, if not, and that's a long time to go without food, especially when I'm going to be running around on my feet from 7 AM. So there we go, that's my food prep, and let me know if you've got any tips on the cool bag or the Sauerkraut, however it's called, because I'm not sure I'm pronouncing the word right, and I will speak to you later. Bye!